Welcome to my place. I need to take a deep breath before I try to speak what is on my mind today and what's been on my mind for the last couple of days. This morning when I got up and I was in prayer and meditating on the Lord spoke to my spirit and He said, "Trust no man. Trust only in me." I want to trust totally and purely in the Lord. I don't want to take my eyes off of Him and put my eyes and my trust in men. Now, to trust in God doesn't mean that we ignore our feelings or even reality. We don't have to pretend that everything is okay when it's not. Right now, for me, it's not okay, especially yesterday. It was not okay. So I didn't want to pretend that it was, but I knew that I had to go to God and ask Him to help me through. I knew that I had to talk to the Lord and to be able to help me to get through this disappointment and sadness. Trusting in God is living a life of belief and living in the obedience of God our Father, even when times are difficult, even when we are disappointed. We want to still trust that God knows and that He will help us to get through it. He wants us to trust in Him, not in man. See, we know that man will fail us. Man will disappoint us, but God will never fail us. He won't disappoint us either. Even as we go forward, we'll begin to see that He comforts us during our disappointment. He encourages us to see the value or the lesson in what we're going through that may be a disappointment. Isaiah 2:22 tells us to stop trusting in mere man. Stop expecting a mere man to do the impossible. He asks us, why are we holding a mere man in esteem? As if a mere man is going to be able to do more than what God will do for us. So though these times are difficult, and the times ahead will be difficult, we know that we can cast our cares upon Him. We know that we can trust Him to take us through these difficult times. Remember, if we keep our eyes focused on Him, we'll be able to get through. If we live in obedience to God, we'll get through. And in sometimes, even if we don't, He has mercy on us to bring us through. So yes, man is going to always disappoint us, and we are not always going to be able to fully trust in man, and we shouldn't. I think the reason why God was specifically telling me to trust no man and to trust in Him is for me not to get my focus off Him, off trusting Him and knowing that He's the only one that we can look to for our help in this world. That by putting a man in office or a woman in office, we have to understand that they're not the end all and be all answer. The end and be all answer is God. Following Jesus Christ and learning to be more like Him as we walk through this life daily. I guess what I'm a little disappointed about and really having a hard time accepting is people that will take the scripture and that they will criticize one person over the other with a scripture, using a scripture. They'll just focus on that one that they personally want to criticize and not criticize the other. There were flaws in both. We all have flaws, and not one person is going to save the day. So if you're going to criticize using scripture for your own personal beliefs, make sure that you criticize both and make sure that it is constructive criticism. We are all flawed. Nobody's perfect. We are working towards perfection, and we'll get to that time when we see Jesus. So be encouraged today. Our hope, our trust is not in who is in the White House. Our hope and our trust is in God our Father. Put your trust in God as we walk through these difficult times ahead. I want to leave you with a couple of scriptures Jeremiah 17:5 says to trust no one. Psalm 146:3. Do not put your trust in man. Trust only in God. Thank you for stopping by today. Be encouraged. I hope this encouraged you. If you're feeling a little bit disappointed, talk to the Lord. Stay connected to God. Stay in obedience to God, and He will bring you through, and He will comfort you. Thank you for stopping by today, and thank you for listening. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. And remember to share, because when you share, you encourage someone else. Bye.